Hey guys, my name's Andres Morales, and if you're a tenant or you're a landlord, this video is for you. The state rent moratorium is to expire on July 1st, and here's some information that you might find helpful. Thank you. The state rent moratorium is to expire in part on July 1st. The COVID-19 Housing Recovery Act grants limited protection to tenants unable to pay their rent. In March of this year, the Recovery Act was extended but only through June 30th, 2022. Unless the state legislature takes very unexpected and belated actions before July 1st, many of the Recovery Act's protections will expire, including for rent that is owing anytime between March 2020 and March 2022. The Recovery Act requires the landlords to show proof that they filed an emergency rental assistance and as a condition of obtaining a judgment for unlawful detainer. This requirement will now expire. The requirement for 3-day notice demanding rent from October 1st, 2021 through March 31st, 2022 to include specific information. The Recovery Act requires to be written into a 3-day notice advice to the tenant that they may have legal protections against evictions based upon their completion of an application for an emergency rental assistance. This information must be added to a 3-day notice to pay rent that is served between April 1st, 2022 and June 30th, 2022, when demanding rent due from October 1st, 2021 through March 31st, 2022. This requirement will now expire and the notice will return to a standard 3-day notice. The state preemption period expiration will allow cities and counties to now implement their own rent moratoria. The COVID-19 Tenant Relief Act, originally passed in September of 2020, preempted the myriad of local rent moratoria that had developed in the early days of the pandemic. Between March 2020 and August 2020, there were roughly 150 cities that had enacted their own local rental moratoria. These laws allowed tenants to delay payments of rent based upon a claim of the tenant's COVID-19 financial hardship. But once CTRA was passed, cities could no longer enact new protections or extend existing ones. Only a handful of cities that already had their own local moratoria in place prior to August 19, 2020 have been able to maintain these ordinances in force throughout the pandemic. This preemption of local rent moratorium is due to expire on July 1st. Once it does, any city or county in the state will be free to enact a new rent moratorium. Los Angeles County and the city of San Diego already have, and their ordinances will be effective starting July 1st. For information about LA County tenants protection, including the rent moratorium, see about the LA County's COVID-19 renter protections in the description below. If you like this video, please give me a quick like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.